but I think, yeah, he's recording. Okay, nice. So yeah, first I want to make a little recap to my last shares, what I said in my last stream. Basically, we was talking about Bitcoin and that it was going to the lower channel, and I had my first trade set up at like 89K, something like that, because we had like the old support zone around this level, and also we had like the last rejection here. So that's why I wanted to trade around 89. Sorry. But yeah, I already said in the stream last time, when we break down from 89, we're probably going in the range between 74 and 89, because we had like the range as well here. But to be honest, today was really, really crazy. I don't know where the big dip comes from, to be honest. I think it still has something to do with like 10-10, something like that. And yeah, so probably right now we dropped in the lower range, so I want to reclaim 89 right now. But I think when we have a dip like this, like it's a really nasty dip from the top, most time we need some ranging before we can go up. You can see we was also ranging here, and it's probably basically normal we was ranging here as well. You always need like after a big pump or a big dip, you need like more ranging before we have like we won't go up straight in a line from here. That's most time not happen. And yeah, how I'm playing this kind of move is basically pretty simple. I had my first trade at 89, but I was stopping my trade pretty fast. And now we're really, really much down already. So what I'm doing is pretty simple. I just buy some Bitcoin spot every like 5K drop. I was starting at like, I think 80K, something like that, 81K, sorry. And if we drop 5K again, I just DCA a little bit again, and that goes on and goes on, because I don't believe we're dropping like insane hard. I think we just ranging for now, but with this steady DCA option, you get like a nice average entry, and that's why I think like buy every 5K is not bad. So you have like a nice average, and you don't need to try to catch the bottom, because most time if you try to catch the bottom, you close your trades too early again. You try it again and again and again and again, and most time you're losing money because you're doing that. So I'm just DCA in and wait. That's for Bitcoin. Right now, I still see us ranging. I could see us drop down to 74. I don't want to see it, but I could, just to say it. Like I say, always when I say something here, it's not like it need to be happening, but it can. And it would be really bullish when we get like a reclaim of 89 in like the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, something like that. But right now we now in the middle of the range. That's why I'm not that bullish, but also not bearish. When we're in the middle, I don't care much. I just wait. We want to see like a ranging, something like that. If we see some ranging, probably on-chain goes a little bit better again. But the problem is that we have like Friday now, and we have weekend, and the normal market is closed, the stock market. So people are more careful. So that's what I'm doing on Bitcoin, is just waiting right now, because you don't need to trade every time. Most people fuck up all the money just because they over trading, and they always try to stay in a new trade. And yeah, that's for Bitcoin. Radio session be recorded. Yeah, Jason is recording the stream. So about that. Let's go to Solana. Solana, pretty simple setup, to be honest. I was posting on Twitter already when it was like 160. I was saying, would you bid this? Because I already had my lines here and I was pretty bearish. And yeah, Bitcoin, Solana dropped really hard. After we had like the triple top, we dropped hardcore, and now we hit like the first zone, which is kind of interesting. But you always need to think about when Bitcoin goes to 74, probably Solana goes to like 100 when we goes that low. If not, we already had like a nice entry zone for Solana. This one at like 128 is like the weaker support, and 180 or 170, something like that, is really nice spot where I want to size a little bit, because you can see it was also the resistance at the start, and also was the resistance here and support as well. So that's why I want to trade a little bit. I'm already bought a little bit of Solana, but right now I try to focus mostly on Bitcoin, because I think the altcoins are overall a little bit weak compared to Bitcoin. And if we see a bounce, probably we will see the bounce first in Bitcoin and the alts follow later. So it's pretty simple setup for Solana. If we hold this range, it's kind of okay. If we drop below and just having like maybe a bad retest, like we're dropping below, retesting and dropping even more, then I would be really careful with Solana. What you want to see right now is when you go on like daily time frame, you want to see a hit, then we bouncing a little bit, then we retesting, and then we going up again. That's what you want to see. Most time you should just bid on the retest, not on the first hit, because first hit can also just straight nuke next time when it's going there. Now we have Ethereum. I don't have many lines for this one. I was saying as well last stream I was shorting the top, but I closed way too early, sadly. Ethereum. Let me change the time frame. Sorry. Ethereum I don't trade really much because I'm mostly on Solana the last days, but I think Ethereum is not that bad. It's also sitting on some support levels right now. You can see it was ranging here, it was ranging here, it was ranging. It's basically the same like Solana. It's kind of related to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going up again, we will see a bounce. Give me a minute, I need to go to the door. Sorry. So I'm back. So yeah, for Ethereum, it's kind of the same spot for Solana that you want to see a bounce. Solana has a little bit more unlocks coming, so I would think Ethereum should perform better. But overall, when you're trading this kind of setups, don't do both. If you have like limited capital, I would just do Solana or Ethereum, is not both, because if you have both, you just double your risk, and I think it's not rewarding. I mean, if the market goes in your way, it's rewarding for sure, but you can also just take like more size on the one coin you choose, or you just wait a little bit. Because I'm like more a safe trader, I want to have like not the highest risk, so I just go with one of the assets and not with both, because yeah, like I said, it's just double risk. So that's for the altcoins right now, because it's not much to other altcoins as well. I think Hype is one of the interested coins as well, but I'm not really charting it because I'm more on-chain guy. I'm just giving like overview for the 3 coins. Now I would go to the on-chain coins. I think that's the one. We can go with Ore first. Mm, I'm not sure if it's still that big in overall mind share. I think it's losing big mind share right now because it's like the hype is over. Like the Ponzi was ponzing here, and I think we was talking about it the last stream that it was had the nice retest. I think it was like the first one when it was retesting here. Let me zoom in a little bit. When it was here around this one, now it has another retest, but yeah, this was kind of retest, but I'm not that bullish on it on anymore because like I said, the Ponzi already had like a nice Ponzi run, but right now it's looking kind of weak. It's really hard to find something on Gen right now which is not looking weak. Like when we check the next coin, you can see this straight up looks like a slow rock right now. Um, yeah, I mean, if you want to have, let me change. I think I had some lines in here. Yeah, you can see it was nuking every line basically. That's the point with this coin. How I trade these coins is when I see a new on-chain coin, I always try to run up on the first first run up, and don't try to catch them when they drop down. I did the mistake today on FOMO. I tried to catch the trade. I missed it. I fucked it up. I lost some money. But overall, I most time try to get in when it's in the uptrend, and also the momentum is good on Twitter. Everybody likes the coin and that kind of stuff. When everybody talks about the coin, I want to sell. And this time I was like, I don't know what to buy, so I was bidding this one, but it was pretty stupid, to be honest. And so yeah, for the coin, you can see it's still on some support levels. I mean, but it's kind of weak. It's not a coin I would like to buy if there's no news coming for the coin. I think it's hard to reversal here. I think all the bit guys, all the big guys which already was in the coin already posted about the coin and promoted it, like shilling it on Twitter, on Telegram, I don't know, some channels. So you always want to buy coins when the thing's still happening, when you know some big guy will post about it, some big guy will be bullish on it, this kind of stuff. You always want to buy pre all this on and not after this. So it was a big mistake of my side. But like I said, it's always like everybody makes mistakes, and even if you are like trading for like 3-4 years, you will repeat it at some point again. And yeah, we have also, do we have a chat here? Do I see some questions? Yeah, I think we have a FOMO stage chat as well. If you have questions, you can just let me know or write it in the chat, and then I can answer your questions as well, just to say this. Wojak is looking pretty strong, to be honest. I mean, everything on the market right now looks on big dip, but Wojak looks pretty fine. It was reclaiming the trend again. I think you can draw also a small line here. It's like a small range, and it's looking kind of strong. We tested pretty bullish, to be honest, like having a green daily. It's close to a green daily, and that's really good in this kind of market. Overall, still hard for me to buy because it's like 30 mil, and the upside is still hard to say. Like 2x, 3x, something like that is already kind of high market cap in the right now in the conditions. But I think there's some really good supply control because the chart is looking really good. And yeah, we have Dreams. Dreams chart is really shit. I only have it in the watch list because it's like the best coin for X402, the meta. If it comes back, I just want to have it on my watch list. But yeah, chart looks not the best. It's nuking really hard. Also down like, what is it down? Like 70%. So nothing I would bid right now. I just have it on the watch list to see if something comes up for the meta. Yeah, for where is it? Is it in here? No. The next one is 67. Yeah, it's hard to say what to do with this kind of coins because you have like the insane upside. 1 hour chart is looking a bit better. But when I think I said it already in the last stream, when you have like the insane candles up, it's really hard to get an entry where you have like really decent risk reward setup because the risk is always kind of high that the coin is dropping, but the reward is limited. I think it's getting on a nice cluster here. We had a nice cluster here as well. So if the market is overall bouncing, I think probably like 90 mil until like, what is it? 60 mil, something like that is a good DCA strat if you want to trade the coin and you're bullish. I always just say if because it don't say when I talk about a coin, it don't mean that I trade the coin. I just want to share some thoughts about the coin and what I am thinking, so you can make your own decisions afterwards. You can also just tag me always in the chat if you have questions or something like that in the family chat. Yeah. So I would probably think around this range is not that bad if the market overall is bouncing. If Bitcoin is going down again, I don't know how long this can hold, but if overall if Bitcoin doing decent, I think it's still the biggest meme on like 2025, something like that. Also, one of the strongest coins is Avicii. It's insane. I think he is also some kind of good supply control. The chart is really bullish. It's still holding the one dip it had when I was getting an entry in Avicii. I was shilling it on Twitter when it was hitting this low. And yeah, right now it's raining. You don't even see that the day was bad today. It's still a green candle. So it could be the top. It's always like two signs. When the coin is really strong on a dip, it can be the top, or it runs really hard if the market stays a little bit sideways. So Avise is kind of bullish right now, but also hard to buy at this point of the chart, because like you can see, it's close to all-time high. It's always you want to buy a little bit lower. So probably it was hitting the support line. Let me see a little bit. Yeah, it was ranging around here and here, where you could have get a good entry, I think. Right now, I wouldn't blast around here. I think this is a wrong run. Wait, let me see. I think I had the right one opens. No. Man, this coin has so many scam CAs. I hate it. They're all wrong. Solo. I hate that. It has like 5 different liquidity. This one, I guess, but this is more liquidity, and let's open both. I think this is the right chart. So about this one, everybody was kind of bullish around about this coin, but it's also dipping a little bit only on the market nuke. I think that's only a small drop, because like the supply control from the pre-sale is pretty big. You had like really big whales holding the supply. So I'm really not sure how to talk about the coin, because the supply control is kind of weird, and it's a bullish product, so it's not bad, but it's really hard to say what's selling, because you have like really big whales, and when the whale's selling, the coin's dropping really hard. So I don't know how to manage this coin, to be honest, but it's holding really strong right now. That's kind of bullish, but yeah, that's all about this one. And yeah, I think that's already all coins I had for today, because we have not many bullish coins right now. If you have some coins I should chart, you can also say it in the chats, and we can watch them together. But yeah, right now it's really hard. I think one coin was nothing. We can also check nothing. Is it in here? Yeah, this one. This is kind of also weird chart. You can see pumping, dumping, pumping, dumping, pumping. But I think it's a kind of good coin for a bearish market condition, because it's like you have nothing and you will be happy. And so it's kind of a meme about the bad market conditions. I think that's the only one which runs pretty good for bad market conditions. But yeah, it's also hard to say how it's going. But it's also kind of at all-time high right now. Maybe get some pump fund listing or trending or something like that, which could send it. But yeah, I wouldn't blast it as well right now. If you have some coins, you can let me know which I should check out, because it's really hard to give like many opportunities in this kind of market, because the market is really bad right now. Everybody's pretty frustrated. But what I want to say is, if you are feeling really bad right now, you should be happy and look in the future, because the future is always pretty good when we have like a really big dip. The opportunities getting really big. And yeah, wait, I check another coin. And so I would be still happy for the future, because I think the future will be good. Yeah, I was buying this one in the morning, to be honest. I can show you some lines. We had a retest of the first all-time high, then we had the retest of the second all-time high. You can see it was really pretty nice setup. Now it's just holding like the support line, and it's hard to say right now where the resistance is here. Let's see on lower time frame. Probably something like that. You can see it was testing here as well. So this is a kind of nice chart right now, because you have like a wanted to go higher. Sorry. You have like a easy setup, but if you are not in the coin, it's not a coin I would blast right now, even if it's sitting on this kind of support, but it's already was dumping below it. So I would wait probably for this kind of level. But yeah, I think it's also some new viral stuff. To be honest, all the new viral coins, I'm missing them. I never see them on Instagram or something like that, but I don't use TikTok, so maybe that's my problem. But yeah, I think it's getting some good builds from some calls. So Yeah, you need to have your risk in mind when the cold selling. It probably goes hard down, but it's doing pretty decent right now. And man, I don't want to charge this. I had the entry at 100k, no, 70k. I think some people told me today they're running the playbook from OneCoin on this one because it's a bonk coin, so they're cramming this one up. It's had a new all-time high like today, I think. Yeah, yes, today. It was probably getting yeeted hard because of the BTC setup and BTC nuking. So yeah, it's hard to say where it goes next, but the chart right now looks kind of bullish. The only problem for me is like it's a Bongfang coin, and Bongfang coins are really hard to predict where they're going. It's like when the cabal stops working, it's dropping really hard. But I think so far, Bonkai didn't shield this one, so probably Bonkai shilling it as well. I don't know, maybe he's overdue with useless coin because he's shilling it like crazy. But maybe Bonkai get involved in some crime. Yeah, that's what I think about this coin. Not you also have some coins or Chicky I should check out. Let me see. If you have some coins, you can just type it and I can check them. Yeah. I really looking forward to some better market conditions so we so we can have like better talks about coins because right now it's really frustrating for me. I think we have not really any coins. Kinder try. Yeah, it's kinda try right now. So it's really hard to give like a good opinion. Also not just typing. Also, if you have some other questions not about a coin, you can ask them as well. For XP, I think this one, yeah. X4P. Oh, it had a nice bounce. Oh man, the chart is giga fucked, to be honest. Was there some updates on the Twitter? Not really these, not really new ones. No. Chart-wise, it's kind of fucked, to be honest. It's retesting the last high. It could get a sell-off again, but yeah, if you want to get bullish, you need to break like 250k again. Like you want to get above this level, and then you want to see it goes like sideways and a bit up. But yeah, I mean, if you're pretty bullish on the coin, just from your own perspective, I think you can buy some a little bit lower, maybe something like 150k. But that's not a coin I would buy, to be honest, because it looks like the big hype is over. Also, the meta right now, the X 420 meter, 402 meter, sorry, is kind of over for now at least. That's also why I talked about dreams, because I could see it come back. But if not, it's really hard play here. Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. Also, Max fan, if you have some coins or you have some questions, you can drop them already. Not just typing something again. Max fan as well. Yeah, sorry, like I said, sorry for the short stream because it's really hard to find some coins. I throw a couple coins if you need. Yeah, you can throw some if you want. I will cover like 5 to 10 more minutes. It's not about the time. If you have no questions, I also stop the stream. It's not about that, but I just want to provide the infos if you want to get some infos. It would be easier if the market is better. Then you have like many coins you cover. So when you had like many launch pads, I was doing some setups against one coin. Why is Dexquina so fucked right now, to be honest? Dexquina got really fucked about niche baby trending. Yeah. Hi, Harsha. I traded it today, to be honest. I was in the niche baby earlier. Let's see first one coin. That's the point with the Bonkai coins. They're so hard to chart for me because it's so random. You have pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump. It's really hard for me to chart this one. Yeah, I mean, It's sitting on kind of support when you draw this line. Something like that. You had like big resistance here, support here, resistance, support here. It's probably can dump a little bit more, but you for this one you have like a small range. You can also put it like here because you had many setups there. And I already talked about 67, Jason. And yeah, so right now, it's kind of we're rejecting again from this level around here and here. You can see when you had like this two candles. I probably when you're bullish on the coin, you probably can bid around 8 mil, 7 mil. It just depends on Solana and if Bonk team crimes some coin up. If useless goes higher, I can see this goes as well again. But you just want to see what overall Bonk fun people doing right now. And yeah, niche baby. That's also something. Like I said, I am really behind on the training shit. I never saw some. I don't know if I'm in the wrong category on videos, but I never see that kind of shit, man. I'm like a giga ank or something like that because I never see something like that. Mm, so chart wise, I think I was buying it earlier today here and it was selling higher because it was like a nice chart. Mm, like a triple bottom. And yeah, this rig is kind of scary because you had like, I mean, you have some support here, but it's not a strong support. You have like a decent resistance line. But for like just to repeat it again, for the on-chain coins, you don't have like a straight line. You have like a range around the line because it sometimes pumps a bit above. Sometimes somebody's selling earlier, so it's always a range. It's not like a straight line where you should TP or buy. I mean, if it's really viral, I could see it going really good. I saw it in some chats, to be honest, but I'm really lagging behind on all this kind of new TikTok, Instagram stuff. I really need to catch up on this part, to be honest, because I'm lagging behind, like I said already. So if you say this coin is really nice, always try to find out the top holder of the coin. Maybe you can text with them, and you can find out what's going on with the coin and maybe what's they planning. Yeah, we talked about 67 earlier already. It's like in the decent buy area soon, like something around 80 mil to like 40 mil, something like that. It's like a good buy area, I think, if we get like a decent bounce on Bitcoin as well. Yeah. Okay. I see Dave joined as well. Welcome, man. I think that's already it for today because like market is really bad. If the market turns better, I hope we can have like a longer stream again. I think we catch the next stream next week, but I probably move it a little bit so we don't have the same time like the podcast from Risk On. So we have like a different time. So yes, thanks everybody for joining. And yeah, that's already it for today. Like I said, I'm really sorry for the bad market condition, but sadly I can't change them. I would like better market conditions as well. So yeah, have a nice evening, guys, and enjoy your weekend. Probably a pretty boring weekend because most people are scared from Bitcoin. So on-chain probably also kind of slow. At least that's what I'm thinking. So take some rest, enjoy the time with the family, or something like that, and never forget your family. And yeah, we hear us next week again. So or we're chatting in the Discord. Have a nice day. Bye bye.